So they're going to take the sell side, won't even fill me. They're making it very hard for me to teach because to be compliant, I can't give real trade advice. So when I use the medium of the paper trading, it's useless during the opening bell, first couple minutes, where the best ideal scenarios to get in there can be implemented. See how they use the 0.37 quadrant, or not quadrant, but it's an octant. It should be filling me the short, and I want to see if I can get down into here. Yep, they're coming back down for them. Trading View, you're useless, man. Oh, thank you. Now I'm trying to get out at 80, 780. Let's see what it fills me at. Imagine if you're in your AMP account and you're trying to get out. I tell you, man, if they don't, I'm telling you, if they don't build this up and fortify it, I swear I'm leaving TradingView and I'm going to Ninja Trader. Look, now it just finally did the stop loss. Okay, now it's closing me. So the fills inside this fair value gap that we're going to see it reclaim, which is bearish, and the fill there at the low of this area here. Terrible, terrible, terrible medium. So we're now going to go long. We're inside that fair value gap. And we're going to see event horizon, which is again halfway point between the 1 hour minor buy side liquidity pool and then the old high here. Half of that's this. So we're going to see stop loss will put below the low there. We got a little bit of a cushion. So now we want to see this operate under the premise that it's reversing. This was a bearish fair value gap. So if it can trade above it, we should see that as a inversion fair value gap, a bullish fair value gap. So that always likes to make it look like this. So the color scheme, whether they're able to interpret what I'm saying in English or if they're whatever, at least it helps me. In my mind, I may be incorrect in this assumption, but I like to think of it as they're able to see what it was originally, and then when it changes its characteristic here. So it's should be utilized as something as a discount sensitivity. In other words, trade into it here and run up, clear the high here, rip into this. We'll take one off at event horizon. So just below that. Right. And then we can now need to stop up here. And then we'll see what's up. I'll move around so much. I got to tighten the bottom of that chair. Your brother sits in that one all the time and leans back against it. It's wearing it down.
Which one, Cameron?
Yeah, he's the biggest one. Caden ain't going to make it happen. All right. So Same thing here. We want to see this reclaim as bullish. That's why it's in green. I tweeted this area here. So now we want to see it really extrapolate above this high here, rip right on into event horizon, and then accelerate to minor buy side, which is up here from the hourly chart, which is what I tweeted this morning. Raise this stop up just underneath this inversion fair value gap now, because if it goes there, I don't want to be a part of this anymore. So what that did was I shorted to get the stops, had to wrestle through TradingView's subpar apparatus, accumulated a new long inside of the bullish fair value gap there, and now we want to see it blow the top off this, and then really rip to higher and get up into here. I'm not going to aim for the full new all-time high. I mean, it could do it. I don't care if it does. Oh, no, come on. Ah, it's going to close me out. It it did. It didn't. I was dragging it. Oh, let me get this off here. I don't want to sell. Look, it's going to film me on the sell side. Okay. The perils of live executions. So it basically gave me very close to event horizon. I wanted to take one off there and then move to take profit there. So um, that was user error on my part. I was trying to drag it up, and all my students tell me, get a real mouse. The problem with that is I only have one connection that this laptop will allow me, and it's to allow the microphone that I'm using. So because it has a built-in like touchscreen mouse area, it doesn't afford me the luxury of having an extra peripheral device like a mouse if I'm going to be recording with an external microphone. So it's kind of like you get what you can use. If you're not going to talk, that's fine. I could make the video and then go back and talk over it and do voiceover, but it's not as organic. It's not like you can hear it. Like you can hear when I'm talking about something that's already happened that I've executed. So it's not like me talking about something, in hindsight, and there it is. I'm better amplifying what should already be visually represented in the things I teach. So anyway, that would have been where the two other contracts, and I'm not willing to enter again. So we're gonna have to be content with that, and we'll see what's what. But the sell side, the relative equal lows down here, I was telling you before we started, they may come down and take that, and then rally up. We're at event horizon. See how, isn't it interesting how it's just staying like that? Look at the bodies. The bodies are not laying on that halfway point yet. We wicked just above it here. We wicked above it a little bit here. Watch this area here, this last gap right there. In my opinion, there's no real reason for them to come back below this inversion fair value gap or below this area here. Okay, so this is an old 1 hour 5 7 balance sell sign efficiency. So we've already accumulated inside of that. We've already ramped up. There's a small little gap here, and then this one here. So if it stays bullish, we want to see it utilize this. You want to see it stay above the halfway point of that. There's the halfway point right there, consequent encroachment. It can wick down below it. We don't want to see it leave a body down there. Otherwise, it makes it more difficult for the market to continue, at least for the remaining portion of the opening range, which is what, 16 minutes, 18 minutes. So it went all the way down, full closure on the wick. So it might want to come back down here and tap this with the wick, but not the body. There it is. It's in there. We don't need that in the annotation. We've already seen we've seen it do it. All right, see, that's what I'm saying. That this is now much. And now in a way, I'm kind of happy that when I dragged the take profit up here, it ended up taking my full closure out right there. I would have preferred, obviously, getting closer, like right up there. But it is what it is. We're in an area now that makes it neutral for me. I don't have an opinion where we are at the moment. So we'll compress this, process it, and send it on its way on to the hearts of my children on the internet, on YouTube.
Extended family.
Exactly.